She coming with her receipt. You know women, instead of us going to the man and come for the man, we'll come for each other. She coming at me with her receipt. I'm coming with, I'm like, sis, you're not talking about my baby.
Yeah, I'm on citrity. Blessings, some blessings, you're coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, bring it in. Welcome back. You're welcome on this channel. It's okay if this is your first time stopping in, whatever reason you're here for. Thanks for clicking on this video. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Let's connect, okay? My name is Signoya Saygbah. I'm from West Africa, if you can hear it. I'm from West Africa, Liberia, if that make it sound better. Sorry, I'm from West Africa, Liberia, of course, your favorite Liberian girl. I better be your favorite Liberian girl. Look at this. How can you not love? Look at me. How can you not love me, okay? I better be your favorite Liberian girl. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I do trial and haul, beauty, hair, vlog, everything that have to do with me. And like, just comment on this channel to get like, I want my channel to be like a one-stop shop. You can get your hair, how to do your little hair, your frontal, something like this, you know, something like this, and makeup, outfit. I want this channel to be, my goal for this channel is to be a one-stop shop. You come on this channel, you can get everything, you know what I'm saying? You can binge watch me and just love me, you know what I'm saying? My energy. Anyhow, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're old, welcome back, okay? And if you're not new, if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? You cannot be here and not subscribe to me. Like, you gotta love me, okay? You don't have to, but there is no way you can watch me and not love me, okay? I'm just me. My top is from Pretty Little Thing. I will put the link in the description bar. It's a oversized shirt. It's open here, like it's like open, so we're not gonna try to show some nips. So I just wore my bra underneath, wore some jeans with it, and wore some brown shoes from Forever 21. Damn, hold on, let me show the other feet. That foot is ashy. Damn, my feet are ashy. We're gonna act like we didn't see that, and I'm not gonna cut that out either. Y'all gonna see all this ash. But anyhow, that's it about my outfit. In today's video, I want us to do a sit down with me. Sit down, let's chat. That's, mind you, I'm old enough to have this conversation, okay? And I have letting it go so I can, you know, you come to terms with things, you accept them, you can have conversation about them. So today, we're gonna be having a girls chat about how I lost my virginity, okay? If you don't want to watch this, I hope this is not my family member watching this. But if you want to hear the how I lost my virginity and became a side chick, well, let's get into it. I will give you a little backstory. Let me get into it, okay? First of all, let me start by saying this is not to downplay anybody, because this situation is about me. It's not about nobody else but me. It's what I've been through. So you can knock my hustle, I can knock yours. So my story is my story. What I've been through is what I've been through. Like they always say, there's three sides to every story. The other person, the two people involved, and Jesus Christ. Three sides, the truth. But this is my side. I'm going to tell it how I see it, okay? Well, how I saw it from that point. So let me get into the story. So let me start by saying, I hope people from my high school don't watch this video. And if y'all do watch, I know you're not going to know who I'm talking about. Because when I was fucking with y'all, it was a low. But anyhow, so let me start by saying, I went to a high school. When I went to high school, during the time I went to high school, I was a virgin. So everybody looked at me like I was an outcast, okay? Being a virgin in 9th grade was like, it seemed like it was a bad thing. It's like, it was like a taboo. Being a virgin and you're in 9th grade. And everybody was so, you know, already on the, you know, at that time that wasn't my thing yet. But anyway, when I was in high school, I was a virgin. 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, going to 12th grade. Mind you, when I was in the 10th grade, this guy always used to try to talk to me, okay? What are we going to name him? I can't say, I don't know much names, though. So I don't want to kind of say something. Everybody's like, we know who that is. So we're going to have to discard this person. Who can we, I don't want to give no name that somebody can't trace. We just gonna call him Bay, because in that moment he was Bay, so let's give him that respect. At that time he wasn't Bay yet, but in the situation later on he become Bay, okay? So Ninth grade, I played sport. I ran track and played soccer. 10th grade, I played sport. I ran track and played soccer. I did indoor soccer, outdoor. And for soccer, I played with my friends at home, the guys at home, because in my little African community, they have guys that play soccer. That's how I was better, because I used to play with them. Then when I go to school, I show off, okay? I was that girl. I was with the boys. The girl with the boys, but that don't really look like a girl, but she look like a little boy where you have to ask, is she a girl? Is she a boy? Yeah, I was that girl. I didn't care. I didn't care at that time. I was just me. So I used to play soccer with the boys and go to school. So 9th grade, 10th grade, I played soccer and ran track. 11th grade, I did the same thing. But 10th grade year, there was this guy that always used to try to talk to me. Mind you, I was shy, so I really didn't used to talk to a lot of people in high school. And also the high school I went to, everybody in that high school, we all didn't go to the same middle school. I went to a different middle school because I was in Esau. Even though I was out of Esau, but my parents still made me go to the school. I was in Esau, so I went to a different middle school. But then for high school, I had to go to my home school. And in my home school, I didn't know nobody in my home school, so I didn't have no friends. Yeah, I didn't have no friends. I had a friend, but she was like my friend from my next door neighbor. Shout out to you, Shoaib. That's my baby. I still fucks with her to this day. That's my nigga. But anyhow, so I didn't have no friends. I didn't have a lot of friends in 9th grade, 10th grade. 11th grade, mind you, this guy been trying to talk to me. When I tell y'all, he would stay after school for my soccer practice, my track meets. He would walk me to class. Like, this man been trying to cuff me. Like, he been trying to make a move. And you know, at that time, I was bush to the bush. I was the center of the bush nest. I didn't know much about dating during that time, okay? So a guy trying to talk to me during that time, I was so naive. I didn't know much. I was so inexperienced because I started dating so late, okay? So this guy been trying to cuff me or whatever. He would stay after school, stay for my little soccer practice and my track meet. He did this for a long time, and he would walk me to class. I'm like, okay, I guess say name, but that was my little boo. So we would go home. You know, after school, you don't have a phone, so you'll talk on the house phone. And we'll talk on the house phone. Then my mom would be on the phone. Then my mom would get on the other line. Hey, fool, get off the phone and go to sleep. Then I would have to tell little baby bye. Then we'd say bye-bye. Then the next day we go to school. They'll go bury my locker. And he used to do this for the longest. And knowing my bush self, I was like, oh, he is so nice. And he was driving and doing, when I was in 11th grade, he would bring me McDonald's. I don't care what you say, okay? During that time, McDonald's was the shit, okay? A guy bringing me McDonald's, I was in high school. I thought I was popping, okay? He would bring me my little breakfast, walk me to class. And I thought we had a thing, okay? That was my boo-boo. And after school, he would take me home. After track practice, after soccer practice, he would take me home. We had a little thing, okay? So I was like, okay, that was all like 11th grade year. So at the end of the school year, me and him been talking. He calling me bae, I'm calling him bae. People in school that know me, even though I didn't know much people, I don't care. I have invisible friends. They was like, Simon, that's your bae. I'm like, yeah, that's bae. And he would call me bae. It was like, I used to be blushing and all that. God, you know how God want to give you something, but he wait last minute? I think God just be wanting like you to learn a lesson. Like, okay, let me tell you, okay? So me and this guy been talking for like, it was for a long time. It was like all 11th grade year. At the end of 11th grade year, that's when I lost my virginity. So that one day after school, he picked me up for my soccer practice. I went to his house, took a shower. And hold up, in 11th grade, in high school, where these people parents be at? Because in my African household, you go home, your mom, your pa home all day, 24/7. But these American kids, their parents don't be home, okay? So they got time to be dropping it like it's hot and out here dropping some things like it's hot, okay? So this man took me over his house. Nobody's home. But I'm like, okay. I went there. I had my soccer clothes on. So he was like, oh, you want to, take a shower and just chill? Then I'll take you home. I was like, sure. Knowing me. And I take off my clothes. Hop in the shower. Boom. Took a shower, finish, put your clothes on, beat you. Oh, yeah, baby, I ready to go home. So, yeah, after I got out the shower, and yeah, and it happened. So, after it happened, well, I have a question. Since I was raped when I was younger, is that considered me losing my virginity, or me giving it up willingly? That's me losing my virginity. I don't know how it worked. I personally feel like me giving it up when I was willing to, that's me losing my virginity. But you know how sex works. Like the first time you get penetrated, that's when you lose your virginity. So I don't know how would that work. I know rape is a sensitive subject, but I have found a way to deal with my situation. That's why I feel comfortable to talk about it. That's why I talk about it like that to some other people. It might be a sensitive subject. Again, it is a sensitive topic, but this is how I'm talking about my situation. So yeah, babe at the time, babe took me. Huh? I love you. I love you more. I'm almost done, okay? So, babe at the time, babe took me home. I'm feeling myself. No, before he took me home, he stopped me to McDonald's again, got me something to eat. Okay, baby feeling me. So he took me to McDonald's. He bought me McDonald's. He took me home. Was in the car. We talked. And he was just asking me questions. I was very shy. I'm still shy. Y'all might not think I'm shy because I sit here talking to a camera, but I'm very shy. And we sat in the car, we talk how we gonna have a relationship. We was an item. I'm like, okay. I didn't lose my 5JJ for free. I was like, okay, I didn't lose my 5JJ for free. So by the time, you know, it's one of those where even though you haven't put title on things, but you know what it is. But I don't know if losing the virginity was like a icing on the cake. But yeah, at that moment, I thought I had a boyfriend. Me and Bae, we had a baby. Anyway, so that was that. So after that, I went home. I told my sister about it. Shout out to Angeline. I'm telling her about it. She's like, come tell me. And we sitting there talking about it. You know, I'm all cheesing her, thinking I found my Prince Charming. Oh, Lord, what was I thinking? So, after that, the next day I went to school. We was together. And then the same thing continued. Like, nothing happened. Like, that's my baby. We is a baby. But anyhow, so 2 days later, I'm home. It was like, I'm home. So it was around my dad's birthday. So it was like in December. So I'm home. These American kids are ratchet. They're wrong. I know some girls, y'all be wrong. Y'all be knowing things and y'all don't be saying shit. Y'all wait till shit get hot, then y'all want to say something. But anyhow, so it was around my dad's birthday. I get a phone call on my little Nokia phone I had. At the time, I did have Nokia because I did have a phone. So this girl called me. She was like, hey, are you Sana? I'm like, yeah. She's like, bitch, I heard you trying to fuck my man. You want my boyfriend? Stay away from my boyfriend. I was like, your boyfriend? Me? Talk to your boyfriend? What's your name? And she said her name. I said, who's your boyfriend? And this girl said my bae name. I'm like, that's not your boyfriend? She's like, yeah, bitch, that's my boyfriend. You want my boyfriend? I was like, no, baby girl, that's not your man. That's mine. She was like, how you gonna tell me? We've been together such and such. I was like, why you gonna tell me? I be with this man like every day after school and in school. And she coming with her receipt. You know women, instead of us going to the man and come for the man, we'll come for each other. She coming at me with her receipt. I'm coming with, I'm like, sis, you're not talking about my baby. That's my bae. And she was like, nah, shorty, that's my man. I was like, all right, let's put it to the test. She was like, watch, he's not your man, blah, 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 blah. I was like, sis, pop it down, because I don't think we're talking about the same people, because people might have the same name, because you know American people, they like naming all their kids the same name. People might have the same name. It might not be the same bae, okay? But let's put it to test. So she called bae. She called our bae. Is it our bae or her bae? She called our bae or whatever. She talking to her man. Mind you, I'm on mute, okay? He don't know I'm on the phone. So they're talking. You know, they're having like casual conversation. Like she ain't come at him hot. She just come with him like a little casual talk. They're talking. And she asked him, she was like, babe, she asking him now, whatever name she called him. I'm not gonna say. So she's like, babe, do you know the girl Sana? He was like, Sana? Who's that? I'm like, Sana? Who's that? Hold the fuck up. Me? You don't know who I am? Oh, no. We're not So she was like, oh, okay, I was just asking because somebody had told me they saw you and her walking the hallway or something, so I just wanted to ask. He was like, no, I don't know who that is. I was like, my baby don't know me? Cool. So she got off the phone with him. She called me back. She calls me back. I was like, oh, really? I was devastated. I was like, wow, that's my baby. Like, that's my man. By the whole time, he's our man. But anyhow, so this is how I went to prove my point, okay? So we waited a couple of days later. I'm like, all right, it's my turn to put the same shit on him that she put on him. So she's on the phone. Mind you, we had switched number. We're not coming at each other no more. We talking to each other, okay? She was like, all right, call him and see what he says to you. So I'm like, all right, cool. So you know how you get off school. After school, you're on the phone, you're talking. So I asked Bae, I'm like, Bae, do you know such and such? Mind you, the girl's on the phone, he don't even know that. So he was like, who's that? Because she go by a different name. So I call her by the different name that she goes by. But he was like, no, I don't know her. But then I call her regular name. He was like, oh, no, I don't know that. I know her, but like, that's somebody I used to date back in the days. I was like, oh, okay. He was like, how you know that person? I was like, oh, no, I don't know her. But it just, somebody that I know said they know her. And they said that she used to go to our school and me and her look alike. So I was just asking. He was like, oh, no, I know her, but that's somebody I used to date back in the days. She don't even live out here no more. I was like, oh, okay. But that's the end. He confirmed to the girl that they know me when I was on the phone. That was all the confirmation that I needed from that situation. And I collect my satoka. I packed my bag. I was out, okay? I lost my like, literally, I don't know, like, God couldn't just tell me before I lose my virginity. Like, he couldn't. That was like literally 2 days later. Like, he couldn't just give me this message before I lost it. I don't know, you know how they be like, God work in mysterious way. He just wants you to experience things. But why I have to go through those type of experience? Like, why? Like, he could have just told me ahead of time, so I didn't have to go through the process. But yeah, that's how I lost my virginity, and that's how I stopped talking to that man. If you know who you are, you know who you are. We're not gonna say no names. But yeah, that's how I lost my virginity, and then I never talked to him again. And that was the end of that situation. But me and the girl, we did become cool, and to this day, that was 2011. And we're in 2021. Me and her are still cool. I don't fuck with that man. She dealt with him during the time she was dating him. Me and her wasn't really like cool, but we was like cordial, was cool. If you don't come at me on no hot girl shit or like disrespectful, I'm very respectful. So you want to come in hot, then we have a problem. But she did it, her baby. She kept her man, and they did that thing. And eventually they end up breaking up and not together no more. But that was the little story time of how I lost my virginity. Sadly, God didn't give me this time before I lost my virginity. He could have just told me ahead of time. Like, why, God? Why you had to wait till I get my VJJ, that my precious from some McDonald's? Anyway, that's how I lost my virginity. That's the end of that story. If you watch to the end, if you have some story on how you lost your virginity and it was some hot tea, let's talk about this, okay? If you watch to the end, thanks for watching. I appreciate the love and the support. I have more story times, okay? I have some juicy stories. So if y'all want me to keep dropping stories on my YouTube channel as we go, holla at your girl, okay? I got you, because I got story upon story. If you watch to the end, thanks for watching.
I said it's good, I'll tell you.
COWL Beats.